if you've ever been told to buy a Palmetto State Armory product after being told that PSA is trash by a dude that hates PSA, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average PSA Dagger torture test enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, the purpose of today's video is I'm going to be showing you, after I wipe this down in about 5 seconds, I'm going to be showing you guys what the internal wear on a PSA Dagger looks like after 2,100 rounds, but for my people that like round numbers, 2,000 rounds on a PSA Dagger. Most of this was done in a 2-take scenario that you've already seen on the channel, 1,000 rounds and then 1,000 rounds, right? There was a USPSA competition that I ran in the middle there that took up about 300 rounds, but the vast majority, or actually every single round of this gun has been fired, that has ever been fired with this gun, has been fired on camera, has been further documented on the channel. So without further ado, let's wipe this thing down. I'll show you what it looks like beforehand so you can see all of the carbon buildup, metal material, all of the stuff built up in there. It is disgusting. Before I wipe this thing down, I gotta ask you guys a couple favors. One, like the video. If you like the PSA content or any content that I do here on the Trench Grenade channel, liking the video helps out more than you know. So hit the like button, share the video with a buddy that might be like-minded that might not know about my channel. That helps out a ton as well. Comment down below, how many rounds is this PSA Dagger going to survive for this 10,000 round test? I look forward to reading those comments. Let me know, how many rounds is this Dagger going to survive in your opinion? Keeping in mind we are at 2,000 rounds right now, every single round filmed on camera. So comment down below what your thoughts are on that. If for some reason you want to actually help me out even more and you want to help recoup the loss of a ton of this stuff, I've been putting a ton of freaking rounds and a ton of money towards the channel, which is a part-time job. I am a active duty senior non-commissioned officer and I am tired and I want my money back. So if you guys could help out a little bit on the Patreon, that would be cool. Helping recoup the loss of some of the money that has been wasted on this now very expensive YouTube channel. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna wipe this thing dry and I'm gonna show you guys the internal wear. But I'm gonna talk to you guys about my thoughts on the Dagger at this point, at the 2,000 round mark, as my dog hydrates with every amount of water that has ever been retained by the human race. Hey! Not right now. Okay, so guys, my thoughts at the 2,000 round mark on this Dagger is as follows. I am very pleased, okay? I'm very pleased with the performance of this thing. I'm taking the threaded barrel protector shroud thing off right now. But I'm very, very, very pleased with the performance of this gun. I bought it. It was the cheapest option they had on their website at the time. I think I spent like $400 or something, or 500 total on this, plus a ton of magazines. I'm just wiping it dry, and I'm going to show you the barrel first. But I spent a ton of money on this gun, or a ton of money. I spent like no money on this gun at all, and it was pretty cheap, and I put a ton of rounds through it now, 2,000, all on camera, all in a burn down, like torture test style setting, so not, not ideal. Obviously we lubricated the gun with some of this stuff every time before we do the burn down, and then we do the burn down, right? And it has survived 2,000 rounds of torture test conditions at this point. I'm just drying it off, getting some of the carbon out of the way so that you guys can see any wear patterns that might be forming on the gun. Okay, let me show you. So yeah, at this point, I can recommend the PSA Dagger, okay? I know that sounds crazy, but at this point, I can recommend this product. I'm gonna show you guys the barrel, then we'll get to the frame, recoil spring, and then the grip module. Okay, here we go. All right, moving on to the barrel. Here is what we're looking at. Okay, I'll hold it with this. That way we get a little bit better contrast. So, one thing to note on the barrel here, we are getting a lot of finish wear. I'll try to show you. Let me just dry this off a little bit. I'll try to show you what I'm seeing to the naked eye. So there is some finish wear happening. Hopefully you guys can see that. There is some finish wear happening to the side of the breech there. Hopefully you guys are seeing that right where my thumb is right now. So there is some significant finish there, and I'm going to show you. It's not going to show up to the camera very well, but here, we'll try. So there is a lot of finish happen. A lot of the finish has been worn off on the barrel, and you probably saw it better during the actual shooting part for this, but there's kind of a ring right there in the middle. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Right there. So a ring of the finish is gone there. Could be completely normal, but again, we have to keep shooting the gun to find out. But you guys are seeing some wear patterns showing up on that part of the barrel. I'll flip it around, and you guys can see the top here. There's some significant wear happening there. So all the Glock armors out there, let me know if this is consistent with a Glock or different. Okay, you guys are seeing the top of the breech right there. And then some very significant wear on this part of the barrel as well. Okay, so that is the barrel. I'll show you guys the rifling potentially here. That actually is coming up real well. So there is the rifling of the gun. Show you guys the feed ramp as well. Let me know what you guys think about that feed ramp and how we're looking there. Okay. But yes, at this point, I can recommend the PSA Dagger for the dude that probably isn't ever even going to train with the gun or shoot more than probably 4,000 rounds ever with the gun, and probably just use it for a truck gun or concealed carry or something like that. Yeah, you can compete with this gun. I've shot it with USP or for a USPSA match now. Did fine in it. You know, I did as good as I could have done, other than one light primer strike, but that's fine, right? That's negligible. So the gun is performing well. I'm just wiping off some of this carbon and excess lubrication so you guys can see the slide. This is where the real concern begins with the gun, if there is any that will show. Yeah, there's some very significant wear patterns that you guys are about to see. Let me get this a little bit more cleaned up for you. Tatiana is a dirty bitch. So we need her to be spick and span for this presentation, right? Oh yeah, there's some major carbon buildup there, but I think you guys will be able to see around it. Okay, all right, let's try this. We'll see what you guys can see right now. Okay, so the wear that I'm seeing is at the front of this gun, right there. Boom, try to angle this. There you go. Okay, that is actually a pretty good shot of what I'm seeing as well. So you see the wear on the front of this gun. You guys might have to pause it in here somewhere, that's okay. There you go, there's a pretty good shot of it. Some pretty significant wear patterns happening right there. Come on, focus for me. There you go. So that is significant. Let me know, Glock armors, if that is normal. But yeah, you guys kind of see what I'm talking about. Moving back. I'll flip this thing around, see what we can see here. That is what I'm looking at. Major carbon buildup right there on that plunger. There's a pretty good shot right there of what I'm seeing. So take a notice of these wear patterns and let me know kind of what stands out to you guys and what is normal and what is bad. Some wear on the rails there, you guys see that? Some scuffing marks. Okay. Okay, so that is the slide at the 2,000 round mark. Let's move on to the recoil spring and guide rod. Not gonna be able to see much with this as it is captured. So what we'll do is I'll just wipe it dry and just kind of show you what I'm seeing. Boom. Boom. Nothing really to write home about there unless you're like a freaking master. You have a master in some sort of like spring technology there. Okay, moving on to the lower. So yeah, overall guys, at this point I bet you can ask Nighthawk. Well, actually, you can't. Don't talk to Nighthawk. But you guys will just have to take my word for it. This gun has been performing better than I thought. And at this point, I think I even made the joke today, we might need another Dagger. We have 2 already, 2 plus a slide, complete upper for another project. But I am decently surprised at the point we're at now, at the 2,000 round mark. Can things fall apart tomorrow when we, or the next time we do the 1,000 round burn down, which will be entirely based on donations, subscribers, things like that, attraction to this video. If this video gets 10,000 views, then yeah, obviously we'll do another installment of the PSA project, if you will, right? I'm just trying to wipe some of this carbon out of the way and also do some weapons maintenance while I talk to you guys about the gun. But yeah, at this point, I can recommend the PSA Dagger as long as you test your model, as long as you make sure you go out and put like 500 rounds at least through it, make sure it's running good. If your Dagger is running good and you got 500 rounds through it, dude, even the Magpul mags have been working somehow. So to this point, you can pretty much, I wouldn't want to, but I don't have a reason, to tell you not to with this gun, if that makes sense. So technically, you could run Magpul mags, and you could run cheap 124 grain, this stuff right here, cheap 124 grain ammo, standard pressure, 9mm, and technically, if it is anything like my experience, you will be able to survive a self-defense encounter just fine, okay? I'm not really seeing much to write home about here, but I'll show you guys kind of what I am seeing. There we go. We just wiped off a ton of carbon. This area right here of the frame was completely caked in carbon and COP. There is still some down in that reservoir right there. But let me know if you guys are seeing anything that I'm not seeing. I don't really see anything at all with this frame, which is good, I guess. But yeah, at this point, 2,000 rounds fired. I'm impressed, to be honest. I'm impressed to the point where now I'm kind of in team PSA, hoping this thing doesn't die, right? Which is kind of a funny place to be if you know my history with the company is not good. A lot of bad blood, I would say, between me and them. Not really on my part, kind of on their part. And that's a whole nother video that I'll do at some point when I feel like it, when I feel like releasing all that information. But kind of on their part there of just bad, shady business dealings and not following through with promises, stuff like that. So, kind of bad people in my opinion. But, and, that's, like I said, I'm getting down a rabbit hole there. But at this point, I can say that if you need a gun that is going to be reliable, okay, I'm going to get some of this, I just lubricated this thing up again to put it back together. Manual reviewer, this is airsoft, so it's not anything against any guidelines or anything like that. So at this point, I would say if you're looking for a gun that, you need a little bit of a budget, you need to cut corners somewhere because you need to be able to buy a couple 1,000 rounds of ammo. Okay, I mean, get a Dagger. I love mine, to be honest. Like, this thing will probably go in my bedside in about 20 seconds after filming this as I'm editing this up. And, it works. So the thing works and it's fun. And I like to treat it kind of the same way you would like like its name, Tatiana, like a Russian stripper. It just works and it's just fun. It's a fun time, right? It doesn't know its worth yet. It's like one of those scenarios, right? So it doesn't know that it could do so much better. And really it doesn't have citizenship, as I'm about to punish my dogs, but it doesn't have citizenship yet. So she doesn't really know that she could do better at this point. There we go. Okay. So, overall, 2,000 round after action review complete. I would say if you are still in the market for a home defense handgun or concealed carry handgun and you're on a budget and you want a Glock a Glock clone, I should say, it's a Glock, right? It's a Glock with a hinge trigger, right? It's a Glock with a different trigger with a different name on the side of it at this point. It has been just as good, and I'm not being sarcastic. I wish I was, trust me. I wish I was being sarcastic. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could sit here and tell you this has been the worst gun ever and don't buy one. That would be a lot more entertaining for the viewer. However, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This thing has been, other than the 2 light primer strikes and the mag falling out of the gun on the very first mag ever, which could have been a bobble, right? I don't think it was, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, to this point, I could say, fine. If you like it, if you like what you've seen so far on this gun, then yeah, sure, go buy one. You'll be happy as long as you test it. It's kind of like the caveat, right? You still have to test the gun. You still have to test yours to make sure yours is going to work. Make sure yours is functioning properly. I guess we'll put the light back on here. I should clean the light off real quick. But make sure your Dagger is tested and actually works. Once you do that, this thing was disgusting. Once you make sure your Dagger actually works and everything is working like it's supposed to, and that it's actually performing just like a Glock would, then carry that thing, dude. Like test it and then run it is what I say. And you'll love it. You'll fall in love with this cheap, Russian girl, even though she's American made. But you guys get the joke. You'll find your own Tatiana, and you can have kids that a second family somewhere, just like I have with my Tatiana, and it'll be a good time. Okay. But yeah, let me know what your guys' thoughts are to this point of the Dagger test down below. I look forward to reading those comments from all you degenerates down there. Let me know if you saw any uneven wear patterns that I did not see for some reason and that you need to bring to the attention of the group. Well, if you saw something, comment down below what you saw and we can investigate it further, as I'm not a gunsmith. I'm a guy that actually uses the guns, okay? No offense to any gunsmith, but all I do is shoot the guns, right? Shoot the guns, talk about the guns. You guys are the nerds that actually look at the guns, okay? So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Dagger content. Let me know if you want to see the ride to 3,000 and the inevitable, ending at 10,000. If you don't care, then say we don't care. We just want to see the Saber Dagger, Sabrina, tested. If you do care and you want to continue seeing Tatiana tested in the manner you have so far, then let me know. All right, guys. Functions check. Okay, gun works. All right, thanks for being here, guys. And until next time, it's going to be Trench Grenade, your average, overly lubricated Dagger enjoyer that your mom said to be at home, signing out. Cheers. If you've ever purchased an extremely cheap handgun or a Glock clone, but it actually ended up working, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Guys, welcome back to the Trench Grenade channel. I am your host, the average Tatiana enjoyer that your mom said that we have at home. Thanks for watching. Guys, the purpose of today's video is we're at 1,200 rounds. Now, I know for my dudes that left off last time at the 1,000 round mark, I did compete over last weekend with this gun, okay, with Tatiana, the PSA Dagger. So she was at 1,000 rounds, but today she is at 1,200 rounds. If you want to show them the ammunition, today we will be burning another 1,000 rounds on the channel here today to get us over that 2,000 round mark. What are some things we're looking for, okay? The things we're looking for with this gun are going to be, does it survive? Can the average dude, the dude on the street, whatever, the regular homie out there, can he buy a cheap gun from Palmetto State Armory and will it actually survive? Now, you guys might notice next to this gun, next to Tatiana, okay, this green one is Tatiana, this BDU camouflage looking one, this is Sabrina. We will zero Sabrina today with the Holosun 507 comp, and the next video you'll see on the Saber series will be Sabrina getting burned down for the same specifications through 1,000 rounds. Okay, so real quick, guys, everything you're seeing down here on the table is 641 different 641 rounds loaded into different types of magazines. We have Glock OEM, okay, from like Glock 19X style. Over here, moving on, we have regular Glock mags. We have some Magpul, and everything on this half of the table is Magpul. So we will be testing not only Glock OEM, but we will also be testing Magpul magazines to see what works in your Palmetto State Armory Dagger. This is super expensive, guys. So I have purchased both these guns with my own money for testing for YouTube purposes only, right? I would not have bought them otherwise. This is for you. So if you want to continue seeing these burn downs, because it costs what, $250 to $300 roughly per case of ammo right now, you know, give or take, for 124 grain ball. So if you want to continue seeing burn downs on the channel, well, I need you to become a member of the Patreon. The Patreon, $5 a month, gets you access to a Discord server where you can find buddies to train with, game with, stay up late, and talk about why the PSA Dagger might actually be worth a damn. For the ammunition that we'll be shooting is AAC 124 grain standard pressure ball ammo. Why are we shooting this ammunition? We're shooting this stuff, okay, because this is the same manufacturer's ammo. So I figured it would only be fair to run the gun through the same company's ammo that same company, same gun, all this stuff, right? So that is the specifications. Every time you hit the like button, it's like giving me a hug and a kiss, and that's super nice, okay, from the homies. Okay, so I guess show them a close-up. This gun has been cleaned and lubricated from the previous 1,200 rounds. You can see some CLP that is coming out of the gun. We are just running a TLR1 on the gun. It has been well lubricated with break-free CLP. I will be wearing gloves. We will be burning it down. There are 641 magazines, or 641 magazines, I wish. There are 641 rounds in magazines loaded on the table. I will be simply sounding off with what type of magazine I am shooting, okay? And to let you guys know if we have a failure, that way you know what magazine is used.
But Trench, why are you wearing gloves?
Because the gun gets hot. Like, I don't know why that's a point of contention on a YouTube video where a dude is shooting 1,000 rounds at a target. Yeah, the gun's gonna get hot. That's kind of like how physics and how like a thing that's exploding in your hand works. Okay, let's start with mag pull. You wanna start with mag pull first?
Sure
Okay,
thing.
mag pull. Guys, comment down below how many, we'll just say magazines. How many mags is it gonna get through? Keep in mind we're at the 1,200 round mark. So we only technically have to shoot 800 rounds today. We'll see how we feel, but they are gonna freak out if this isn't 1,000 rounds. You know they will. So 1,000 rounds. Whoa, hold on.
What's your guess, I guess, or foreshadowing of what you expect out of today?
I think these rear sights on the gun are gonna jettison themselves from existence. That is my prediction. But we'll see. Ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. 1,000 rounds on the PSA Dagger. I should say the second series of 1,000 rounds, part 2, starts right now. Here we go. First mag, mag pull mag. I instantly had flashbacks the last time at how much my hand hurt. Okay, mag pull mag. Mag number 2 is a mag pull mag. One miss there. 2 mag pull mags complete. Mag pull, another mag pull magazine. Another mag pull mag complete. Next magazine, mag pull mag. I have backup footage happening here in front of us. For some reason we were to lose this. That was another mag pull mag. We'll just make a nice little neat stack of magazines here on the ground. Ooh, she's already, you want to show them that?
She toasty?
She's toasty. She's getting hot.
Already.
Yeah, it's just that CLP. Another mag pull mag complete. Moving on to the belt mags. Mag pull. She's smoking. That is 4, 5, 6 mags complete so far. Mag pull magazine. mag complete. My hand's starting to get tired. Let's switch hands, left hand for a little bit. How many mags is that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mags complete. We will cut here. Well, I guess keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Here.
Yep. Glock OEM. As long as we follow the rules of weapon safety, we will be good. Okay, we have a 20-something round Magpul magazine here. I think this one's gonna fail for sure. Look at that thing smoking. Yeah. So these are like their rip-off. So like the Terran Tactical, the Saber mags, right? That I got for the other gun. They're Magpul magazines, but they're like rip-off from Terran Tactical. She is burning. You see that? Holy cow. Okay, moving on here. Another one of those. Ooh, the gun is so hot right now. Another one of those Saber Magpul magazines. Oh my gosh. Okay. Magpul 27 round magazine. The gun is getting pretty hot to touch, even with these gloves on at this point. I guess I should tell him. Oh man, that thing is smoking like crazy. We have a total of 2 light primer strikes and 1 magazine falling out of the gun. So that's how many malfunctions we've had with this gun so far. Total is 2 light primer strikes and 1 was just the magazine fell straight out of the gun on the very first mag with the gun.
Oh, but Trench, you
hit the button, dude.
With your gloved hand.
Dude,
How
Trench.
dare you?
Okay, this is a 27 round. Oh my god, she's smoking. Okay, Glock OEM. Oof, careful on that slide. Thing is getting hot. Yeah, stay behind the 180 from now on, just because of a cook-off. In the event of a cook-off. Okay, dump pouch is empty. Moving on to the belt mags. Magpul magazine. Whew. Yeah, she's getting hot. Okay, another Magpul mag gun. Our pile of magazines down here. Yeah, she is, look at that, dude. She's smoking pretty good right now. She's burning off all that CLP in there.
Toasty girl.
Yeah, she's hot. Tatiana's hot.
Tatiana's hot.
Okay, this is a Magpul magazine. We're going to switch hands very carefully. Here we go. Just worried about a cook-off. Not worried. We're just being safe. Making sure we're being safe here. Make sure I'm in frame for this other one. In case something does. Okay, good lock back on that magazine. Well, this is a 17 round Magpul. I'm going to do one-handed, see if we get any issues with one hand here. Okay. Another Magpul mag complete. My brain is not working. Okay, here we go.
We'll just show.
All right. Whew. I will now lay said. Okay. A bunch of, I shouldn't have to repeat myself, but I probably still will. These are all Glock OEMs. Here we go. Glock OEM. Flinching a little bit. Ooh, that thing is getting hot. Glock OEM.
What?
The Glock OEM, man. Tatiana, you've been so good to me, but ooh, she's so hot.
She makes you work.
Dude, it's wild. Okay. Okay, the gun is getting so hot that I'm getting heat transfer to the trigger. Whew. I'm getting a little bit of heat transfer to the trigger. It's melting all that CLP, or burning off all that CLP on there. Whew. Here we go. Glock OEM. Hot finger.
Just need to cool off.
We're gonna go left hand here. Oof. What will die first? Your mind or your body? Went through that one pretty quick. These are all Glock OEM. Yeah, make sure we stay behind the 180 for this part. 17-round Glock magazine. She is hot. She is hot. See her smoking. Hopefully it doesn't cook my light. Oh my gosh. Look at that carbon on the light.
Oof.
That thing is, that's kind of cool.
You want to take the light off?
No. The light dies with the gun. All right, here we go. Okay, I'll let her stay here with you.
You even got me squatting for Tatiana now.
Good. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Okay, the trigger is starting to get almost too hot to even pull the trigger at this point. Let's make sure we keep it down range when we chamber it. I'm gonna move backup footage to the side, just in case we do have a cook-off for some reason.
You mean you don't want to shoot your phone?
Okay, here we go. She's getting hot. She's getting real hot.
Didn't some cringy
Glock OEM. Oh my god. The top, okay, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Like up, right up in here, where the whatever metal mechanism is up in the trigger is making the trigger almost too hot to even touch at this point. Okay, here we go. 2 more mags. Let's get through it here. There's a Mirage off the top of the gun. That's mad. Hot. Woo. Okay. I'll let you go with the gun. So let's just finish this up real quick for the shooting. Make sure I'm in frame for the back. I forgot the gun is hot. Crazy concept. These are all Glock OEM. No, one of them is a. I think no. These are all OEM. I can smell plastic burning or something.
Yeah.
You smell that? Wolverines!